Meeting to order Planning Commission Board of Adjustment for Friday, September 12th, 2025. Roll call, please.
Joe Hall.
Sean Weldon.
Josh Young.
Steve Timblin.
Are there any additions, deletions to the agenda?
There are none.
Being none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Moving on to public hearings, I'll entertain a motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. First item is variance application 026-25 to obtain a variance to allow an oversized accessory structure in the central business zoning district. Subject property is located at 5446 Lakers Lane, PID 28110756. Owner applicant Red Sand Properties, Brainerd LLC, Bob Johnson. Your staff report.
Thank you, Chair. So again, we have in front of us an application for an accessory structure to be placed on the subject property, exceeding the amount allowed by ordinance. The applicant has provided a kind of a revised drawing after application showing about 900 square foot accessory structure where 200 square feet would be the cumulative maximum in the central business district. The application originally depicted an 800 square foot structure, while the survey depicted a 1200 square foot structure. However, again, that most recent rendition provided by the applicant also had some other alterations that may add a little bit of credence to the application. One of them being removal of impervious asphalt surface shown in the aerial image here beneath the structure, adjacent to the structure, and facilitation of a pond in between the structure and Murray Road there. The impervious surface, both preliminary and secondary proposals, will be beneath the allowed threshold of 90% in the district. And the proposal as a whole will not adversely increase stormwater runoff occurring on the property that's existing. The secondary proposal showed the impervious reducing down to around 81.7%. And then we would need clarification of which plan is approved from the Planning Commission Board of Adjustment to accompany findings of facts and conditions therein. The proposed structure does not have any plumbing or pressurized water proposed within it. It would have electricity only. And the placement of this area is in the same location as the interim use permit approved by the Planning Commission Board of Adjustment in 2024. That's what I have in sum total for my variance application analysis.
Okay. Is anyone present tonight that would like, or today, that would like to make a public comment? Being none, I'll close public comments. Would you give us a brief overview of what you are proposing?
If you tap the button, it'll turn green. Perfect.
There it's on. All right, my name is Bob Johnson. What I'm proposing is a 20 by 40 seasonal retail space in between Up North Sweets and Gifts and the current A&W building. In doing so, I would remove most of the asphalt out except for a small area in the rear, which can be used for a patio, for A&W, and for Glenn's Ice Cream. Everything else would be taken out. If you have this drawing in your packet, this is the proposed. I've gone through so many variations so quickly that this is the one 20 by 40 with a 10 by 10 storage building or storage addition on the back. Proposing a boardwalk along the existing sidewalk that services Glenn's Ice Cream, because there's a lot of customers that go to the back door of A&W and to Glenn's Ice Cream. So the boardwalk would allow extra passageway back there, as well as the current sidewalk, which is under the overhang of the Northern Sweets and Gifts space. And then again, boardwalk type patio going between the building and the proposed pond. Again, no plumbing, seasonal only, basic electrical cooling of some kind, whether it be a mini split or an AC. And I think that's what I have.
Questions, comments?
Yes, sir.
Personally, I don't have a problem with the size of buildings at all. I mean, this is a central business district.
Mhm.
Now, it could, for all intents and purposes, it could be building to building to building.
Yep.
I don't have a problem with that at all. The building, the looks of it, the front, it looks more like a tombstone.
Yeah.
Arizona look, you know.
That was, so I'll be, these are old hickory buildings. They're basically glorified storage sheds, and they build them 20 by 40. So I don't even know if I can build that type of a facade on the front. It may be more of just a gable end with a couple eyebrow type things over the door and the window.
Even if it's the split logs, you know, they take 2 by 6s.
Yep, it'll be something,
Just something that gives it a little more.
yeah,
That
Yep.
was my first
right.
signing to, I assume it's different.
Yes, it is. That's, again, this was put together very quickly to get on a meeting. Exactly.
Gary, this is Maggie. Will you just make sure your mic is on, please?
Turned it off, sorry.
Thank you.
Should I repeat all of this?
No, I got most of it.
Okay, okay. We're gonna end up with a Nisswa look when we're done, so.
That's the plan.
Questions?
I don't,
Okay. So this first part is the variance application, so we have to go through the findings of fact and ask these questions as we go
Yep.
through it. Is the variance in harmony with the purposes and intent of the ordinance and comprehensive plan?
I would say it is. It's, uses according to the central business district, for commercial and retail purposes. So I think what it's gonna be used for is, fine, and I don't see any problem with the oversizing of the building.
I agree.
agree.
Is the property owner proposing to use the property in a reasonable manner not permitted by the city of Nisswa Code of Ordinances?
Again, it is. Central business district is meant for retail purposes and setbacks is 0 setbacks and this exceeds those, so.
I agree.
I agree.
Is the need for the variance due to circumstances unique to the property and not created by the property owner?
It is. Again, the central business district land is meant to be fully utilized, and that's what we're trying to do.
Agree.
Agree.
Will the issuance of variance maintain the essential character of the locality?
It will. Full use of the CBR, the central business land again for retail is allowed.
Yes.
Yes.
And finally, does the need for the variance involve more than economic considerations?
It does. The landowner is entitled to correct use of the property, and it fits all of the CV codes, regulations.
All right, I will entertain a motion.
I'll move to approval of the variance application 02625 for in the central business district for 5446 Lakers Lane. This would be according to the findings of fact in the planner's report and all potential conditions, the conditions that are listed. There are 5, and I think it'd be good to add a 6th one that the facade of the building, the street side would be of a Nisswa aesthetic look, so.
According to the Nisswa Code of Ordinances, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I would agree to that.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, motion carries. Okay, moving on to conditional use permit application 027-25 to replace an interim use permit with and obtain a conditional use permit to operate a commercial retail business within an accessory structure in the central business zoning district. Subject property is located at 5446 Lakers Lane, PID 28110756. And again, Bob Johnson. So. Now this is kind of a connection to the variance application, do I need to go through the process of having a public comment again, or is what we already did suffice?
I would say, yes, because now at this point, we are beyond the standard variance of the sizing of the structure, and now we're establishing the use. So,
Okay. All right, well, Steven, your staff report then.
thank you. So analysis of this conditional use permit application, does jive with the use chart. There's an allowance for a CUP requirement for a commercial retail use to be established in the central business district. The signage is a review criteria that we look at. The signage proposed currently is at 3 feet by 4 feet as shown in the example document. Again, the impervious surface coverage will be beneath the allowable threshold. And I'll just skip over the redundant stuff that I already stated, like electricity. The placement area of the structure is in the same location as the interim use permit approved by the planning commission. And approval of this conditional use permit will replace and void the approval of the IUP issued in 2024 due to the overlapping use in that area. There are ordinance standards for the building finishing, which we discussed as well in the variance with that introduced sixth condition. It needs to have and meet all of the standards under section 20-174. And the exterior lighting, if any are proposed, also have to meet the criteria in section 20-177. That would be the extent as it relates to this establishment of use that I have. As most of it's already been discussed during the variance, so.
Okay. Is there anyone that would like to make public comment? Okay, I will close public comments. Do we have any questions or comments? I have none.
No, just the comment that when we're citing the building, we're developing this property in there, just so that we don't preclude any inconvenience or, like for the ice cream store next door. And then I assume the fire department's okay with the spacing that's left to get between these buildings, but I'm sure they would have to approve that for a building permit anyway, so.
So that was a comment that was received by the city when we sent it out to our city engineer, is that there should be an opening for the fire chief to review and provide feedback. I did send and forward that email to the fire chief, but I have not gotten a response yet. Joe, do you by chance have any concerns on your element to that?
The Nisswa Fire Department does not review any building zoning. We are not licensed for that in Nisswa.
Thank you.
Okay, there's no more questions, comments. I'll entertain a motion.
No, none.
Want me to make a motion? I'll make a motion to approve the conditional use permit application 027-25 to replace an interim use permit with and obtain a conditional use permit to operate a commercial retail business within an accessory structure in the central business district zoning district. Subject property located at 5446 Lakers Lane, PID 28110756. Owner applicant Red Sand Properties.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Do you live on Red Sand Lake?
I used to,
Oh, so did I.
many years ago.
Yeah.
I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
And finally, I'll entertain, or unless we have any other questions, comments? No? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Have a nice weekend, guys.
Thank you, Maggie.
Maggie? Gary asked if it's raining, right, as I muted.
Yes, it is raining here in Alexandria.
It'll be better tomorrow.
I was hoping it was going to be 80 today, but I don't think we're going to get that yet.
All right, well, everyone have a great weekend.